Leia, where are you? Sit. Sit. This is Leia, my son's dog. She's come to stay with us for a while. Sit. So I've been able to take her with me since she's such a good girl. I've been able to take her with me to stores like Lowe's and Sam's and Menards, and everyone keeps calling her a boy. So I decided I'm going to make her a new collar that's pink. So hopefully everyone will know she's a girl. So the first thing I need to do is put this around her neck, and I need to make sure this is the length that will fit the best. So I'm going to tighten it up a little bit. You're sitting just like a good girl. There we go. Let's see. Okay. Just right. Not too tight. Not too loose. That's the first part. The next thing we're going to do is I'm going to take this collar upstairs in another room and measure it out. And I'm upstairs in my workroom, and now I have a collar in front of me. This is the collar of our recently deceased dog, Molly. Molly was very, very good friends with Leia, my son's dog, who I became a new collar for. And so I decided I'm going to take out the buckles and the D-ring off of Molly's collar and put them on Leia's new collar. So I'm going to use an X-Acto knife and try not to cut myself and get these cut off. Okay, there's one. And ring. Leather is easy to cut through. Okay. Right? And I already started this one. So now I have both this end and this end of Molly's collar off. And I'm just going to place this over there. And the next thing I need to do is touch up these ends a little bit with some metal paint that I bought at Hobby Lobby. Okay, so I found this color called gunmetal at Hobby Lobby in the aisle where they have model cars for people to buy the kits and make. And it's a little lighter than I hope for, so when I paint this metal, I hope it dries a little darker. So we'll see. Okay, so here we are. I have painted both ends of the buckle with two colors, and I sprayed it with just a matte clear lacquer. I didn't try and make it perfect because when I put these two pieces together, some of the paint's coming off already. So obviously I wouldn't use a used one if I was making a collar for someone other than someone in my family. So here's the collar that I used to measure on Leia earlier. So I'm going to use my ruler, and you measure from the end of this end right here to the beginning or the base of the end part. And so it measures 20 inches. So the rules are you need enough paracord for every inch, 1 foot for every inch. So roughly I need 20 feet. So I'm using two different colors of paracord. This is 550 paracord, which is really good for making collars. So you don't want to, you're supposed to take both of these, light a match or a lighter to the ends and fuse them together. It's a lot harder than it looks like when you're looking at somebody do it on a video. So it's this. I'm going to take it and bend it like this. Okay, so this fragile end is going to go through the end of this piece of buckle. Okay, so I've got my paracord and I'm got them fused, the ends fused together. There's 2 different colors. So then I'm going to fold the whole length in half. And I'm going to do a cow hitch where I take and make where the middle and the loop and come up through part of the latch and feed those strands through the loop right here. Okay, so I get that all done. That's done. And I'm measuring from the end of one of the latches to the beginning of the other latch, and it should be 21 inches because that's how long the collar was when we initially measured her. Okay, one more time. 21. Then I'm going to take the other end of the cords and feed it through the other part of the latch. Okay, and since this latch is so wide, I take the cords and go 2 times, so it has more thickness. Instead of just 2 cords, there are 4. Okay, this is something that's kind of hard to understand, but doing it has made me not only realize that it's a lot harder than it looks when people do it on videos, but once you do it, you kind of understand it a lot more. So now I have the middle 2 strands are from each end of the latches, right here. So one end and the other end. Then on the outside are the remaining longer parts of the cords. Those are the working cords that I'm going to use to do the weaving. I'm going to do something called a cobra stitch, which is the easiest stitch to do for beginners. So the picot goes over the middle. This goes over, under, and then pulling through. And then tighten. Nice. This pink one is the lead. It goes over the middle too. This one goes under and pulls through. Like I said, watching it and doing it are 2 different things. Once you do it, you get it. So I'm at the point where I'm putting her stainless steel tag with her name and my son's and daughter-in-law's phone numbers on there. And I'm going to keep going underneath, still making the same stitch, I'll call it, underneath the tag. So the solid pink is the lead one. It goes over the 2 middle ones. This one goes over and under. You just keep going, pulling and tightening. Then this one goes over, this goes under and pulls through the loop. Okay. This is actually getting a lot easier the more I do it. I'm going to keep going until I can go through the other side of her tag. Okay, I finished and I've got the D-ring on there. I have the other part of the buckle on there, and I have the little stray strands singed with the lighter, and it's holding up pretty good.